Your time is money. But have you ever wondered which platform and content type will truly fuel your growth, help you scale faster, and consistently generate real income online? That's exactly where most creators get stuck when they're trying to decide between shorts and long-form content. And yeah, it can feel overwhelming because the real answer isn't what those so-called gurus keep pushing on you. The truth is, I know most of you watching this aren't complete beginners. You've already cranked out tons of shorts in a single day, and you've probably pulled all-nighters grinding on long-form videos from 4 a.m. to 11 p.m. But even after months or years of putting in that kind of effort, your channel still feels like it's going nowhere. And that's frustrating. It leaves you sitting there, wondering what you should do next. That's exactly why this video is for you. I've been in this game for years. I've built multiple successful channels, pulled in millions of views, and I failed a lot before I started seeing success. What I'm about to share isn't theory, it's built on real experience, real data, and the results I've seen from my own channels and from creators I've mentored. Here's something nobody wants to admit. Most people asking whether they should do shorts or long form are asking the wrong question entirely. They're looking for some universal formula that's going to guarantee success. But that's not how YouTube works. That's not how any business works. The real question you should be asking is this: what are your actual goals? What skills do you currently have? And how much time are you willing to invest in building something that lasts? Because here's what I've learned after years of studying the most successful channels on the platform. The creators making the most money, the ones with the most sustainable businesses, they're not the ones who got lucky with viral shorts. They're not the ones who stumbled into success by accident. They're the ones who understood their audience, developed real skills, and built systems that could generate consistent value over time. YouTube Shorts can absolutely work. I'm not going to sit here and tell you they can't. I've seen channels blow up overnight because of viral shorts. I've seen creators go from 0 to millions of views in a matter of weeks. But here's what those success stories don't tell you. For every channel that goes viral with shorts, there are thousands that get stuck in what I call the viral trap. They get addicted to chasing that next viral moment instead of building something sustainable. The problem with shorts isn't that they don't work. The problem is that success with shorts often depends on factors completely outside your control. The algorithm decides whether your content gets seen. Trending topics come and go. What worked yesterday might not work tomorrow. And if you're building your entire strategy around hoping the algorithm picks you, you're essentially gambling with your future. I've seen it happen over and over again. A creator gets lucky, hits 1 million views on a short, thinks they've figured it out, and then spends the next 6 months trying to recreate that same magic. Meanwhile, their views decline, their motivation disappears, and they end up more frustrated than when they started. This isn't sustainable. This isn't a business. This is hoping for lightning to strike twice. But here's where most people get it wrong. They assume the only alternative is grinding for months on long-form videos that no one even bothers to watch. They believe all they need to do is push out videos longer than 8 minutes, and according to many gurus, even aim for 13 or 15 minutes plus, thinking that's the secret to success. But that's not true either. Long-form content isn't harder because it requires more skill. It's different because it requires a different approach. With shorts, you're competing on virality. With long form, you're competing on value. And here's the thing about value. Once you learn how to create real value for your audience, success becomes predictable. It becomes something you can control. Think about the most successful YouTube channels you know, the ones that have been around for years, making consistent money, building real businesses. How many of them built their success primarily on shorts? Very few. Most of them built their audience with long-form content that actually helped people solve problems, learn new skills, or understand complex topics. This doesn't mean you need to make hour-long videos. Some of the most successful long-form content is 8 to 12 minutes. The key isn't length. The key is depth. When someone watches your video, do they walk away feeling like they learned something valuable? Do they feel like their time was well spent? Do they trust you enough to come back for more? Here's what I recommend, and this is based on real experience, not theory. If you're just starting out, if you want to understand how YouTube actually works, if you want to build real skills that will serve you for years, start with shorts, but don't stop there. Use shorts as a way to learn the basics. Understand how to hook viewers in the first few seconds. Learn how to create content consistently. Figure out what resonates with your audience. But don't get trapped there. Once you've learned those fundamentals, once you understand your audience and what they want, Transition into longer content, not because shorts don't work, but because long-form content gives you more control over your success. It allows you to build deeper relationships with your audience. It creates more opportunities for monetization. And most importantly, it builds skills that will serve you regardless of how the algorithm changes. The creators making the most money on YouTube aren't just running ads on their videos. They're building email lists. They're creating courses. They're offering consulting services. They're launching products. They're building real businesses. And you can't do any of that effectively with 60-second shorts. You need the space that long-form content provides to build trust, demonstrate expertise, and create genuine value. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You're worried that long-form content takes too much time. You're concerned that you don't have the skills to create something people will actually watch. You think you need expensive equipment or advanced editing skills. None of that is true, because the key isn't production value. The key is understanding your audience and delivering real value. If you can solve a problem, teach a skill, or provide insights that help people improve their lives, production value becomes secondary. Here's a practical example. Instead of creating a short about productivity tips, create a 10-minute video where you walk someone through your entire morning routine, explain why each step matters, and show them exactly how to implement it themselves. Instead of making a short about making money online, create a comprehensive tutorial that actually teaches someone a valuable skill from start to finish. The difference is obvious. The short might get more initial views, but the long-form video will build more trust, generate more engagement, and create more opportunities for monetization. The person who watches your 10-minute tutorial is far more likely to become a subscriber, buy your product, or hire your services than someone who watched your 60-second tip. But here's the part that most creators miss entirely. The most successful approach isn't choosing between shorts and long form. It's understanding how to use both strategically. Use shorts to attract new viewers and test content ideas. Use long form to build relationships and create real value. Use both formats to guide people toward your products, services, or other revenue streams. This is where most creators fail. They treat YouTube like it's the end goal, instead of treating it like what it actually is, a marketing platform. YouTube should be driving people toward your email list, your community, your products, your services. If you're only making money from YouTube ad revenue, you're leaving massive amounts of money on the table. The creators making 6 and 7 figures aren't just YouTubers. They're entrepreneurs who happen to use YouTube as their primary marketing channel. They understand that the real money isn't in the views. It's in the relationships you build with your audience and the value you create for them beyond just entertainment. Thank you so much for watching. That's pretty much it for this video. If you want to create long-form content on YouTube the easy way, if you want to make high-quality videos, and if you'd like someone to guide you through every step of building success on YouTube, don't hesitate to check out my community. Right now, I've built the Gary Studio app to help creators like you effortlessly produce content from scripting to images to full videos, all with just a single prompt. It's a system I truly believe is the only one you need for your YouTube journey. It'll save you time, cut costs, and eliminate distractions, giving you one streamlined system to create high-quality videos faster. So I hope to see you inside to speed up your process. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to share and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.